Hi everybody, it's Nicole with Stargazer Luxuries. I am making candles today. I had a lot of requests for a video on candles. This is not a tutorial. This is just me making candles. So, checking my temperature now. I have multiple pots cooking, all at various, you can see in there, various stages of melting. I have about 60 candles to do today, and I work about 4 batches at a time. And yeah, so this is the first batch. I'm just bringing the wax down a little bit. It got a little hot, and then I'm going to add my color. So I will bring it back when it's cool enough for me to do that. Okay, well, my other pot is ready before the first pot was, so I'm going to go ahead and switch gears and work in this pot. This is salted caramel, and I'm trying to take pictures as I go, and I'll post pictures of the things that are on camera. I played with the camera angle for quite a while and just didn't get anything that I was happy with. So, and space is really limited because I'm doing 4 batches currently. I've got 2 pots on my little burners. I have little portable electric burners. So 2 burners, and I just add wax a little bit at a time so it doesn't get all bunched up, and stir it off and on until it melts, until I get it to the temperature that I need. And everybody's going to ask me, well, what temperature is that? It's going to depend on a lot of different things. It's going to depend on what kind of wax you're using, what kind of fragrance you're using, what kind of container you're using. So you gotta do the experimenting on that one on your own to figure out what temperatures are right for you. But you need different temperatures for color and then different temperatures for your fragrance so that everything binds the way it's supposed to. So this is just the temp for my fragrance. Can you go get me 2 frozen spoons, please? I mean, this is just a temperature for, this is just the temperature I need for color. Speaking of color, I just added some color and I've been stirring it, and I need to check it because when you look at it when it's melted wax, this is not the color it's going to be when it's done. Thank you. So the way I check this is with a spoon. Just insert a spoon, and that is the color. Pretty close anyway. This is a frozen spoon, I should mention. It gives me a rough idea as to what it's going to look like when it's done, and this is not the color I was going for, but I think it's going to be fine. It's definitely caramel. So I'm going to go with that color. Before I can do anything else, I need to get my temperature down quite a bit before it's ready for fragrance. So let me check my other one. Yeah, it's close. It's still a little hot, but it's close enough. So I'll switch these around, and hopefully I don't get confused later. Let me close up this fragrance bottle, color. And the color you use for this is candle dye. If you don't know, you don't want to use regular mica. Say that because I have been asked. No, you cannot use regular mica. This is pumpkin spice. So this color is pumpkin orange. I don't know if you can see on the edge of the container here. That's pretty orange, pretty dark, but that's also pretty concentrated. I am almost done making product for quite a while. I have been doing nothing but make product, it seems like. In fact, we're playing hooky from school because I have shows starting in just a few days, and I am not ready. I need to do this and a little more of my Oasis. I need to make that in the small containers. That sells out so fast. I can't keep it in stock, and I need to make sure I have it for my shows. So it's going to be lotion making day because I have to do that in regular lotion for my shows. Okay, let's check that color. don't know that I'm super in love with that. Can you go get me another frozen spoon, please, and take both of these back with you?
Yes.
That spoon got a little warm, but on my towel it's pretty orange, pretty bright orange, and I don't want that, so I'm going to add a tiny bit of brown, and I mean tiny, tiny bit. Thank you. Just set it down there for me. That may have been more than a tiny bit. It is really, really, really hot where I'm working right now. It's not warm enough to turn on the air because it's winter. Well, it's fall. It feels like winter. It's pretty cold. But standing by these burners, it gets really, really hot. And I've got my little fan on, but I have to be careful because I don't want it to cool down my wax too fast. That's still pretty orange. Not as bad. I think I want a little more brown. Alright, I had to take a break for a minute because my wax on my burners was at temperature, or I mean completely melted. I needed to add to it. This spoon might be too warm now. It's not the color I was going for, but it's not super bright anymore. It's more of a warm orange. I think I'm going to go with it. I think it'll work. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, well, so now I'm just waiting for these to cool down and the other ones to finish melting and get to temperature. So I will bring you back when there's more to do. Okay. So I have to smell my fragrance because I had them sitting next to my fragrance bottles and I moved them. This is salted caramel here. This is not salted caramel in my hand. This is salted caramel back here. Yes, this is salted caramel. Okay, let's make sure. This is for sure salted caramel and this is pumpkin spice. I am showing you what not to do. Be better prepared with your fragrances. Alright, salted caramel fragrance. Just going to double check. I got distracted for a second with a couple of things here. My daughter is helping me. My oldest can really help a lot with the candles. She measures out all my waxes for me. She helps get the containers ready. She helped me plan which ones we were going to make and how many we were going to make of each fragrance. Okay, so now I'm going to stir this for a few minutes and let it bind. I'm also going to go ahead and do pumpkin spice because it's ready too. These are actually the exact same temperature now. At least they were a second ago when I checked them. This is going to be a little boring because I'm going to stir these for about a minute and I'm not going to take time to turn off the camera, so I'll probably edit this out or speed it up or something, but give a chance for the fragrance to fully bind. And what temperature do you add your fragrance? Again, that temperature is going to depend on your wax, your container, your fragrance. How much fragrance you add is also going to depend on your wax, your container, your fragrance, your wick. There are so many things that affect your candle and how it performs and what you need to add and what. And I've been making candles for almost 20 years. I've only been selling them for the last year. It was always something I just did for me and for fun. I've done a lot of pillar candles. I've done carved candles, which I love, but it's so much work. And when I really shifted my focus to soaping many years ago, I kind of got away from the whole candle making thing, and people have been asking for them, so I decided to do container candles. I am literally stirring 4 pots at one time right now. I'm not wearing any jewelry other than my watch because the candle dye, if you can see, stains. My hands will be stained for days. I should be wearing gloves because of that, but frankly it's too hot. So really at this point, that's it. It's pretty boring. It's pretty straightforward. There isn't a whole lot more to do other than pour these into their containers, and I can't do that just yet. I've got to let them come down to temperature. So I'm going to move these aside to a different table, let them cool, and once they get down to where I need them to be, I will pour them. Okay, move my camera to my pouring table. I pour on my silver table. I used to make soap on this table. This table is flatter. It's a little more level than my other table, and then it's, you know, it's stainless steel, so it's heat safe. And I have blood orange and goji berry here. I'm just going to stir it really fast. And I'm going to go ahead and pour. And I just eyeball this. I weigh and measure every single product I make. So like with my sugar scrubs, those are 10 ounces. And you know you're going to get exactly 10 ounces. Might be a little more, but it's never less. The candles I eyeball. And when I measure out my wax, I measure a little extra. So my candles are always a little more than what they say they are. And I'm not going to get to make as many as I had planned because my wicks, they shorted me on my little wick stands. Whoops. So I have to email them and get more tabs, not stands, they're tabs, but I have to get more sent to me. So that's kind of a bummer, because I was all prepared to make a ton of candles today. So we figured, we talked about what was the most important today, and then this is what they look like. You know, empty. It's just a little metal tab. In fact, I'll have it to show you, but my daughter already put them all in. But I mean, the wick is like this, it's straight, and I just cut it down to size, and it's a wood wick. So the other ones are back behind, ready for me to pour, and I can't move these out of the way. So that's all I'm going to show you today. And with the candles, yeah, don't go anywhere. I'm going to show you a couple of new things that I've been doing too. Okay, so I mentioned I'd been doing new things, and this is one of those things that I've been doing. Let me pop it out of here. This is a bubble bath bomb cupcake. This one is blood orange and goji berry. I wish you could smell this because it's amazing. I have this in soap, in body polish, in candles, and now in the bath bomb bubble cupcake. But this is my newest thing. If you haven't seen, if you don't follow me on Facebook, this is a surprise. And if you don't follow me on Facebook, find me on Facebook. Link is down below. And I think that's it for now, because I have a few more batches of candles to do, but I don't have anything else to show you with them. They're kind of boring. And but there you go. That's how I make my candles. Thanks for watching. Bye.